Report. These are the actual audio reports of Special Agent Jake Taylor of the U.S. Unexplained Phenomena Administration. Covertly obtained recordings the government has kept secret of the strange things that happen where you live.
Everyone would like some art hanging in their home, and here's your chance to have originals of prints by Wheeze. Wheeze is a phenomenal artist known all over for her great work, including the Love Me Dog Art series. Check out artbywheeze.com today and get one of her amazing paintings or prints for your home. This is Special Investigator Jake Taylor with the U.S. Unexplained Phenomena Administration. The date is August 5th, 11:23 p.m., 2036. Location of interest, latitude 38 degrees, 59 minutes, 47.23 seconds north. Longitude minus 113 degrees, 28 minutes, 02.01 seconds west, Utah. I arrived at the UFO Sanctuary on August 3rd, 2:08 a.m., 2036. There were a lot of reports and even fairly good video from people's cell phones of a UFO flying low over surrounding cities, and on one instance where it was sitting on the ground in a park. If the last mission was the strangest one, this was the biggest pain in the butt of all. It turns out teenagers are the same no matter what planet they're from. I called ahead to let them know I was coming and made a point of arriving in the middle of the night. It seemed prudent. I flashed my ID at the gate, and a few minutes later I was sitting in General Barlow's office. He didn't seem happy to see me. "Listen, Taylor, we can handle things without Washington sending people here getting in our business." "General Barlow, I'm just the messenger. I'll talk to the people involved and make my report and be out of here. Where are they?" "You mean you want to talk to them right now, in the middle of the night?" "Yes, sir, and with luck I'll be gone by daybreak." "Well, there may be a problem with talking to the kid." "Problem?" Yeah, she isn't here right now." "Please tell me she isn't flying around again." Yeah. We think she might be. Her ship is missing again." "Missing? Can't you lock the damn thing up?" "We tried that. Even posted an armed guard on it, but she keeps getting past them." "How?" "How the hell do I know? When we check, the guards are asleep and the ship is gone. We even let her get a Harley, hoping that would distract her. She did something to it and made it run really fast, too, but at night she takes her parents' ship and flies off anyway." "What about her parents? Can't they do anything?" "How do you ground somebody who can walk through walls? Her mom, Kim, is a very nice lady and does everything she can, but Sheila's one of those rebellious teenagers. Turns out teenagers on their planet are even worse than ours here. Something about the transitioning to adulthood. It's like puberty here, but 100 times worse. If she doesn't stop this, we will deport her whole family back to their planet." "Yeah, good luck with that. I didn't want this job in the first place. I got sent here because they thought I could keep things calm here. We have aliens from all over the universe dropping in for visits, and some of them are disgusting to look at. At least Sheila and her family blend in. Well, almost blend in. If it weren't for the extra set of arms." "They have 4 arms?" "Yeah, it's like living in one of those really bad sci-fi movies from the 1950s. "Okay, let me talk to the mom then." We drove off in the general's staff car to what looked like a Levittown development. There were a lot of streets and same-looking houses. "These are all aliens from other planets?" "Yeah, don't get me started." A pretty woman, Kim, answered the door wearing what looked like a bathrobe any average woman would wear, except for the extra set of arms. I wondered who made their clothes. "I'm sorry to disturb you at so late an hour, Kim. It's your daughter again." She eyed me suspiciously. "Who is this?" "This is Jake Taylor. He's from the government. They sent him here because of all the sightings of your ship from nearby towns." I smiled and nodded hello. This was my first encounter with someone from outer space, and I wasn't sure what the protocol was. "Come in, gentlemen." "I'm sorry about the trouble my daughter is causing. Her father has been away at meetings with your government, and Sheila has been more difficult to handle." Kim gestured to a couch. "Please, have a seat. Would you like some coffee? It's one of the best things I've discovered in your world." We both passed on the coffee, and she sat down in a chair across from the couch. I said, "Ma'am, we need to get your daughter to stop flying that ship around, or we will be forced to have to ask you to leave." Her eyes widened. "Mr. Taylor, your government has been working with my husband on some very important projects, and I don't think they would want that to stop." "Yes, ma'am. I've been briefed on those projects, and yes, they are very important. But the fallout from what your daughter is doing is beginning to outweigh the advantages of your husband's help." "Mr. Taylor, we love your planet, especially this country, the United States of America. We would love to make it our home permanently. We've even been able to make loose-fitting clothes to hide our extra arms. I don't know how you manage with only two." I had to smile at that. It's all in what you're used to. Does your daughter feel the same about it here? "Yes, very much so." "Okay. Why don't I have a talk with her and see if I can make any progress?" "I would be ever so grateful if you would. I've tried everything I know, and the General has spoken to her several times, but to no avail." "I'll be back later today to talk to her. When she gets here, please try to keep her here for me." "I will. She'll probably go right to sleep when she gets home. If you come for lunch, you'd have a good chance of catching her here. You're not going to harm her in any way, are you?" I gave her my most reassuring smile. "No, ma'am, I would never do that." After not enough sleep, I was awoken by a nudge. My eyes came into focus on a young lady with 4 arms. "You must be Sheila." "I must be. I heard you wanted to talk to me." "Yeah." I checked my watch. It was a little after 11 a.m. She was standing here with all 4 hands on her hips, looking like trouble. "I'm supposed to have lunch at your house with you and your mom." "Sweetie, if you want to talk to me, you can do it from the back of my bike. I'm going for a ride, and I don't plan on going home today." "I want your mom there when we talk. Where are you going?" "For a nice long ride." "How long a ride?" "I'll stop when I hit the ocean." "This is Utah. The ocean is over 1,500 miles from here." "So?" "We'll go to your house and have a nice conversation. If you take off on that bike, you and your parents will be deported off this planet for good. I'm in no mood for this nonsense." "You're no fun." "What's it gonna be?" All right, my house then. I'll meet you there at noon. If you're not there waiting for me when I get there, I fly back to Washington, and you fly back to whatever planet you came from. Got it?" She made a pouty face. "Yes, I got it." Then she left. Sheila answered the door. Mom should be back any minute. She went to the store to get something for lunch. I stepped inside and closed the door behind me. She didn't have to go to all that trouble. It's no trouble. She likes mixing with you humans. She thinks you're quaint. Before I could even think of a response, Sheila had all 4 arms around me, and she was incredibly strong. A second later she was kissing me, and a second after that my knees buckled. If she hadn't been holding me, I'd have probably fallen. She let go and stepped back with a mischievous smile on her face, and I fought to keep my balance. "Don't worry. It's not permanent. You better sit down." I did. A few minutes went by, and I got myself together. "Do not ever do that again." You humans are usually fun to play with, but you're not. Kim came home just then with the general's driver helping her carry in packages. "Oh, good, you're here." She was very cheerful until she looked at her daughter, then at me, and shook her head. "Get that smirk off your face and help me get lunch ready." Sheila and the general's driver followed Kim into the kitchen, then the driver left mumbling something. I couldn't make it out, but it sounded like it might have been a lot of curse words. A few minutes later, Sheila came back in. "Mom wants to know if you'd like something to drink while she gets lunch ready." "No, thanks." She went back to the kitchen without another word, and I couldn't help noticing how odd it looked to see two sets of arms swinging while she walked. She looked like any other human except for that. I was wondering what lunch would be. Maybe something from their planet that crawled around on my plate? Turned out to be sandwiches and the same kind of soup I get at the grocery store. During lunch we talked about Sheila's use of the spaceship. "Regardless of how much help your dad is giving us, we can't have you flying around all over the place giving people a perfect view of the ship. We especially can't have you landing in a park, getting out, and talking to people about your planet. We got lucky when people swallowed that story about it being a movie being filmed. You get one and only one more chance. If you fly that ship around again, you and your family will have to leave this planet." "I'm bored. I just want to have some fun." Then Kim spoke. "Mr. Taylor, we love it here on Earth, especially here in America. Some of us are lucky enough to have figured ways to blend in and travel around this country. But most have not because of their appearance. Most have come here to escape persecution on their home planets, and that is why they call this facility a sanctuary. We are grateful to your government for allowing us this opportunity, as are the others." Kim looked at her daughter. "You will not fly that ship again, ever. If you do, I will send you back home and you can stay with my family. Your father's work here is important not only to this government, but to the people back home, and we will not compromise that. Do you understand me?" Sheila was pouting again. Teenagers are a pain in the ass on any planet. "Answer me." "Yes, Mother, I understand." "Mr. Taylor, we came here with an agreement with your government to share technologies both ways. On our planet we have few natural resources, and what we learn here we send home to help develop them. We found the food you grow is fine for us as well. We send home the seeds and instructions for planting them. The people on my planet are starving. We knew little of what you call agriculture. We had no farms like you do here. Ours is a race of hunters, not growers, and we lack the seeds for planting. Until we saw your planet, we did not even know such things existed. Already what we've learned has fed many of our people and saved countless lives. The animal population that fed us is mostly, I don't remember the word, it is no longer? You see how important it is that our work here continues. My husband shares our technology with your government, and I am learning about your farming. Please, do not send us back. Millions of people on our planet are counting on us." I sat in silence thinking over what she said. If I recommended deporting them, I'd be partly responsible, For the death of a civilization? I did not want that on my conscience. Before I could speak, Sheila offered to take me to their social place, what we call a club. The idea of meeting a lot of others from distant planets intrigued me, and I agreed to go. Okay, I'll meet you there tonight, and I will recommend that your family be allowed to stay here. But one more time in that ship, and I will insist your mother send you back. Got it? Yes, sir, I got it. Good. We finished lunch with me asking about their planet and what it was like there. I won't fill this report with all the things since they're a matter of record already, but they were fascinating. That night, the driver the general assigned to me took me to the club. From the outside, it looked like any bar you'd see in any city in America, right down to the lighted sign that said Sanctuary Club. Inside was something else altogether. I stopped cold after coming through the door and looked around. It was like a sci-fi convention at a mall with everyone dressed up to look like what they thought people from other planets looked like. The difference was these really were the people from other planets. There was every size from 2 feet tall to over 8 feet tall, and they came in a wide variety of colors, skin textures, and other things I don't even want to go into. Sheila was at the bar and I walked over to her. I needed a drink and hoped they had something I could recognize. Hi, Jake. Thanks for coming. I told some of the people here who you were and they want to meet you. When that big, hairy-looking guy comes over, keep your distance. Dangerous? No, but his breath is horrible. I laughed. Okay, thanks for the warning. The bartender came over. She, I think it was a she, asked me what I wanted to drink. She was covered in fur and had ears like a cat. She reminded me of the cat lady in that Star Trek movie, minus the tail. I scanned the bottles behind the bar and couldn't believe what I saw. I'll have a shot of that Irish whiskey and a beer chaser. She gave me what looked like a smile and poured the drinks. When I went to pay for them, she held up her hand and told me it was a free bar. I said thanks, and as much as I wanted to throw that shot of whiskey down my throat in one gulp, I sipped. You do not treat Irish whiskey that way. The other bottles looked interesting, but not interesting enough to take a chance on them. During the evening, everyone there came over either singly or in small groups to meet me. I shook a lot of hands, claws, talons, and even a flipper. They were all polite, and I had a good time. One woman, yes, I asked, is very much like Earth women, with a few exceptions. She was gorgeous, though a sort of bluish color I've never seen before. She had the same number of arms, legs, eyes, and ears we have. Her hair was a slightly darker blue than her skin. Sitting alone in a booth along the back wall, she crooked her finger at me when I looked at her. Jake, you'll like her. She is, well, you'll like her. When I reached the booth, she pointed at the seat across the table from her, and I sat down. Hi, I'm Jake. My name is not pronounceable in your tongue. Call me Victoria. It is my favorite of the female names on your planet. Her voice had a kind of an echo to it which sounded musical. Nice to meet you. Are you here to send us all back home to our planets? She also said whatever she was thinking. Turned out that's how all the people on her planet are. No wonder it's in a constant state of war. Her family were politically involved and had to leave when they were ousted from power. No, just making sure everyone here keeps a low profile. Why don't you just tell your people about us and let us roam free here? That's not my decision to make. I have never made love with an Earthman before. I would try it with you. Like I said, direct. They had nothing like our moral code on her planet. To be honest, I don't even know what our moral code is anymore, or if there is one. The rest of the evening went well. Sheila does seem to be willing to stick with riding her Harley and leaving the spaceship parked. If she flies off again, I recommend taking Kim up on her offer to send just the girl back home. That's my report. I've got some vacation time saved up, and I'm taking a couple of weeks off. I have a date with Victoria. Everyone would like some art hanging in their home, and here's your chance to have originals of prints by Wheeze. Wheeze is a phenomenal artist known all over for her great work, including the Love Me Dog Art series. Check out artbywheeze.com today and get one of her amazing paintings or prints for your home. This recording and its contents is copyrighted and may not be used in part or in whole by anyone for any reason other than to listen to where authorized.